And just because you're in the building.
Use a beat. Don't you ever get tired of acting.
Here's Harris, looking for his first bucket of the game. On the floor for Detroit, Tayshaun Prince out there with Jason Maxiell. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. Then there's Ben Gordon and Hamilton. And the basket by Harris.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for.
That will count. The shot is off.
He's really struggled to get into any kind of comfortable flow here. 0 points this quarter, and he really doesn't look like himself out there.
And our first quarter of play over. Some good numbers on the board so far.
Bring the truth to these fans, so while you hate, I'ma laugh and keep counting these bands. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link, get the dance. Bury you alive, I'm prepared. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link, get the dance. Bury you alive, I'm prepared. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you.
Welcome to the graveyard.
Deontay Wilder was stripped of his title in 2017.
Rebound by Ben Gordon.
Because
after such a breakout year for Harris in 09, he really struggled last season, and he seemed to revert a bit in his play.
Yeah, he did, but injuries were a part of that, Kevin. You can never discount what injuries do to a player. I mean, it takes away practice time, repetitions, conditioning, and it has a negative impact.
Baddest one, he's in a shooting guard.
I will have a
Travis
belt
Outlaw up there with Murphy. Then it's Devin Harris and Williams. So that's the next
Straight to the
spot.
point. I'm young, 23 years old, I think at the time. I think 23, 22. I'm young, my body's growing. I knew I couldn't make the weight, so I was like, fuck it, I can't make it. They crucified this man, put up pictures of him all fat and blown up and out of shape, did it all over the place, slaughtered this man. David Benavidez missed weight and dropped the title. He said, it doesn't make it burn at all.
Harris. 6 points
The
for
thing
him.
that matters to me in
Back
my
to Harris,
career
another
is
part
that
of his
I'm
struggles
working
last
extremely
year
hard.
was his shooting from
There
the
are
floor.
still a lot of
And
opportunities
that's
in
been
front
a
of me.
bad trend for
I
him
just
ever
turned
since.
And he
24,
slams it home.
and I
Here's the
feel I
replay
have
on the
at
strike
least
swing
10 to
camp.
12 years left to
Baddest
go.
one
I have
scores
enough
his
time
first
right now.
basket in the NBA.
What I need to do is
Well,
give
his
the fans
athleticism
the
was
performances
outstanding
they
when he
want to
came
see
into the league,
and the stoppages
but it's
they
even
want to see.
gone up a notch or two. I think you have to give him a lot of credit.
So his
He's taking
reason
advantage
was
of
that
the
he was young.
resources and coaches around him.
Oh, come
But
on.
he's also made a
Benavidez is young,
commitment
man. He's a
to
big
getting
guy.
better
He's
in the
growing out of the
athletic
league. I mean, I saw he's a
And
big
now
guy.
our
Come on.
sideline reporter,
You
Doris
guys are
Burke
doing
has
too
some
much,
info
man.
for
Yeah,
us.
it
Doris,
don't
take
matter.
it away.
Benavidez is one of the best fighters in the world. It doesn't matter. You guys are doing too much, man. You're putting too much into this.
He took only 11 shots
You're putting
a
too
game,
much.
actually fewer than in his
He's a
rookie
young guy.
season. On his
Come on,
stats,
everybody
he
grows
says,
when they're young.
This is probably the first
Come
year
on.
where I just haven't looked at
Look at
all.
Tank Davis.
It might sound
Oh,
funny,
man,
but I
he's
think
a
I'm
thug.
getting better. We'll
He's
see
a
if the
hood.
Pistons'
He's a thug. He's
record can
undisciplined.
improve as well, guys.
That'll be the question.
Of
Thanks,
course,
Doris.
man. He needs to move up. Tank Davis needs to move up to 200 pounds. He's fat.
Line
He's
him
out
with
of
it.
shape. He's always undisciplined. He's always out of
Scoreboard,
shape. He's just... Tank Davis don't need to be there. He's too big for the weight.
Backing down
He
his
can't even
Wallace.
make the weight. He's too
Over
big.
Murphy.
He can't make the weight.
Wallace misses.
He's trying to cherry
They've
pick the
been
guys.
really strong on the glass
At
thus far.
130.
Sure have.
He's too big. Move up. You need to move to 140, 147. You should be fighting at
There's
147.
Spanish
I think you make 54. I think he'd be good at 54. That's probably where he should be at anyway. His natural weight is where he should be at. He's cherry picked. He's horrible. He's a fraud. He's garbage.
6 points for him.
If they don't say anything about
Here's
Tank Davis
Bynum.
giving you the stoppages that y'all
Foul.
want to see.
3.5 minutes
You don't
left
say
in the
anything about
second.
Tank Davis giving you the exciting fights that y'all want to see. Nah, we're not going to talk about that.
Here's Gordon.
We just talk about the fact that he's
Cannot
not
hit.
fighting who
And
he
the
wanted
Nets
to
now
fight.
go the other way.
And
Clark
I'm
is starting off the
including him
season
because I
against
know
this
how
Pistons
great he
team.
is.
And maybe not really
So I'm not a
too eager
hater.
to
I
face
know how
him,
great
losing the
Tank is,
season
and I want to see
series last
Tank
time out.
against other guys that I consider greats as well. What's Benavidez's reason?
Here's Harris.
Y'all want to see
6 points for him.
Benavidez against
Fades
Charlotte?
away.
It's not been a day to remember.
It's a whole different
but
weight
if they
class.
get the win,
The man can
I'm
barely
sure
make
being the team
168.
player that he is, he'll be fine.
Okay, well let's look at the second time.
Prince
Tank
against Murphy.
Davis. Miss weight. in a highly anticipated debut at lightweight against Gamboa for the WBA regular belt, Davis missed weight once again, coming in at 136.5 pounds, 1.5 pounds over the mark. Due to it being a championship fight, Davis had time to make the weight and weighed 134.5.
Measure improvement in other ways if you're not making
Did Theo consider the WBA belt a real
turn a
belt?
missed shot into that kind of slam. Maybe the miss was a good thing.
So is it a real belt or is it not?
To see that type of play.
Well, he's
Okay.
leading by example. He's
Well, let's look
actually
at the second time
walking the
David
talk
Benavidez
when he
missed
makes
weight.
plays like that.
Now a timeout
Everyone's
called
saying
by
I miss
Detroit.
weight should know the facts before running their mouth. Weight limit was 169.
Some changes
This is
for
a
New
10-round fight,
Brooke
no
Lopez
title
is checked in
or
for
no
work.
title eliminator, so
Favors
please shut
comes
the
in
fuck
for
up with that
Travis
shit.
Outlaw.
If the
And
limit is
Anthony Moore subbed
168
in for
plus
Devin
1,
Harris.
I'm going
Detroit also
to
making
make
some
the weight
changes.
cut as
Charlie
comfortable as
Villanueva is
possible
checked in
and
from
take the
McGrady.
extra pound.
Hamilton comes in for Ben Gordon. Rodney Stuckey
was
subbed in for
168.
Will Bynum.
But because it wasn't a title fight or an eliminator,
Stuckey kicks to
it was
Hamilton.
168
over
plus
Lopez.
1.
Nice shot
But
by
because
Hamilton.
Tank fought in a title
Hamilton's
fight
got his second basket of the
for a
night.
regular
Exactly
belt,
where the coach wants him to get his
then it
shot,
was
Kevin. Right there
135.
from mid-range.
So Tank
Here's
went down to
Benavidez one. The three won't
134.5.
fall.
Benavidez
Pistons
stayed
trail by 6.
at 169. Or one, he went up.
Here's
That's a bad
Prince, and the Pistons getting another bucket
So y'all
right
don't-
there.
Oh, come on, BFTV.
leading
Come on,
by
man.
4.
Come on. So in one second, you say, oh, man, Tank Davis ain't a real champion. The WBA belt,
Here's
the WBA
Benavidez
regular,
one.
that's not a real belt.
He's got 6.
That's not a real
A
belt.
3. Good.
At the time, you were saying, tell a
He's
female
got
Lopez.
nine.
This is what
Tell a
happens
female
when the
Lopez gets
defense
a real
lags.
belt.
Wrong guy to
Now,
get opening.
oh, George Cambozo got the real belt, man. Cambozo. It's Cambozo, man.
And here
That
is
Tank
Stuckey.
ain't the real champion. That's not a real belt. Cambozo got it. So, if it's not a real belt, then why were y'all so
Here's
worried about
Villanueva.
the
Lopez grabs the board,
0.5?
and here are the Nets. It's tipped.
I mean, isn't it
Outside
about
Williams.
making it
Here's
making it
Benavidez one.
as comfortably as possible, like
alive.
David Benavidez said?
Moves back up.
As
Goes
Benavidez
up.
came in like 170.
Lopez, no luck. Pistons trailed by 7.
He came in like, I think it was 173.
Back to Hamilton.
Fighting a guy
Over Williams.
who fights at 54.
Nice shot by Hamilton. Hamilton's got his third.
You
bucket
came in
of
at
the night.
173 fighting a guy who
Much
fights
more
at 54.
conservatively here. I look for them to open it up a bit. To be a
But
little
when you
more
mention weight
free-flowing
in
and
boxing,
aggressive.
everybody just looks at 10 days.
Here's
He
Benavidez
missed
one,
weight
and
one
good with the shot.
time.
And the whistle blows for the contact and a chance for one more.
He lost his belt
I like the job
on
they're
the
doing.
scale
A much better
at
job
130.
of getting him
He missed
involved in
weight
the
one
offense
time.
here in the second quarter.
That's
They
it.
can make this a 2-for-1 opportunity.
The second time he came in overweight,
Here's
he went
Stuckey.
back
It's
and then
blocked.
made the weight. So he did not
Nets
miss
leading
weight.
by 8.
He did not miss it.
Here's Benavidez.
He made the weight, which is why the
12
bout
points for
was
him.
sanctioned. Which is why he's a WBA regular champion. Because the bout was sanctioned. He did not miss
Started
it.
by Stuckey.
But the only thing y'all talk about when it comes to
Here's
weight in the
Benavidez
sport of
one.
boxing is
Can't
Tank
extend
Davis.
the lead to double
He's the only one.
digits.
Nobody else has any
Now
weight
Waltz.
issues. Just
No
Tank
points
Davis is
for
the
him.
only fighter in the world that
The
has weight
tray.
issues. Nobody else.
Stuckey can't get it to go.
Y'all
Well,
say
they've got
nothing
the lead and they're
about
controlling the glass.
Tyson
Right
Fury
now, they
out
have a
Deontay
plus
Wilder
10
by 60
rebound
pounds. Say
And so
nothing
we
about
wrap
that.
up the first
That's
half.
okay.
Back in
But Tank Davis weighing a pound and a half
Welcome to
more
HP
than
at
Gamboa.
the half. The NBA
and then
season is
actually
just
coming in 134.5. Nah, he's a weight bully, man. Tank Davis weighing 2 pounds
the Nets making a switch here.
over the 130, weighing 132 and losing his belt. Oh man, he's fat.
Here's Benavidez one.
With Tyson Fury weighing 60 pounds more than
Guarded
Deontay
now
Wilder is
by
holding.
Gerald Wallace.
Oh, listen, man,
Benavidez
he's
one.
a big guy, man.
Scooped up.
Fury's 6'9", man. He's a big guy. What is Tank? Why do you think they call him
Here's
Tank? He's a
Humphries.
big dude, bro. He's
And
growing.
again, it's the Nets missing.
He's making the weight. He only
And
missed
here
it
are the
once.
Pistons now. It's a
what's
14-point game.
Benavidez's excuse?
The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the
What is
next
David
one.
Benavidez's
That
excuse?
game is the first and last
What's his
of their
excuse?
homestand.
Now, I wanted to
And
fight Charles.
Detroit, looking at who they
Definitely
got.
do.
Stuckey
Drop
and
down to
Ripper in the
160 and
backcourt.
let's make it happen.
Tayshaun Prince out there with Jason
Drop down to
Maxiel
160.
and Waltz.
Let's make it happen. Jamal Charlo is the 160-pound
Kevin, you know,
WBC
they're
champion.
still doing
Drop
a
to
pretty
160
good
and challenge
job
for his
of
belt.
limiting their giveaways right now.
Let's see it happen. Because he said he'd do that.
Here's Benavidez one.
What was other videos, the articles, the interviews of anybody
They
saying,
need
"Oh
to
man,
get
Dave
going.
Benavidez, man, you can't
The
make
tough
that
D
weight.
kept
Man, you
them
can
from
barely make
crossing
168.
half-court in
You need to move up the
That's
cruiserweight.
an
You need to go to
8-second
heavyweight, really.
violation.
That's what you need to do. You can't
Another
even make the weight, man.
turnover
You're
for
too
him.
fat.
He needs to do
Blah
a
blah
better
blah,
job
yada
of
yada.
knowing
You're
where the
too
defense
undisciplined.
is.
You're a thug. You're a hood. You did cocaine.
Prince
Where's all this
inside.
conversation?
From
David
20 feet
Benavidez
out.
gets a clear pass.
Shot by Hamilton.
I got no beef with David Benavidez. I got no beef. I think he's a killer.
Here's
But
Baddest
he gets a
one.
clear pass.
Just over 4
Clear
minutes
pass.
left in the
One
game.
that Tank doesn't get.
Here's Lopez.
And you tell me.
Scooped up.
Don't got nothing to do with race. I'll tell you that right now.
Second chance up.
That's the first thing y'all will say.
Finish at the
Oh,
rim.
it
Once he
ain't
gets
nothing to
it
do with race.
inside, Kevin,
Tell you
he's
that right
really
now.
a
Ain't got
good
nothing to do with race.
finisher. That's
It's
a good
because
effort
David
defensively to force
Benavidez
the miss.
gets
Hamilton
knockouts.
is
Oh
whistled
yeah.
for the loose ball foul.
Let's take
That
it.
will get him
Oh,
his
it's
fourth foul
because
of the game
David
and give the
Benavidez, he
bonus
fights a
move
great
after
fighter.
the
That's what it
line
is.
for two.
He fights the fighters that we want him to
Now
fight. That's what it
appears
is.
an
Oh
injury out
yeah.
on the floor, and
Who was
that
asking
does
for
not
him to fight his last
reflect
guy?
any
Oh, because
Tough break there, Kevin. You hate to
hold
see a
out.
guy
Well, who was
go
asking for
down
that
with an
fight?
injury. Let's hope he can get
Who was
back
asking
soon.
for that
Terrence
fight?
Williams is checked
Oh,
in
it
for
was
Devin
Who
Harris.
was asking for this? I wasn't.
Here's Baddest one.
I never
Good
did.
from 11
Who was asking
feet
for
out. And the Nets lead by 12.
How about
Calling the baddest one.
How about
He makes being
David
bad look real
Benavidez
good.
drop down to 160 and fight Jaime Munguia? Winner
Stucky
fights
with
Demetrius Andrade. How about that?
19 feet away, and the basket good.
Oh no. We just
Stucky's
want
got
Charlo because
24
Charlo be
points.
running his fucking
After a
mouth. We
subpar
want
first
Charlo.
half,
But Charlo
I like
fights.
the way he's
Charlo and
been much
Benavidez
more
fight the same
aggressive here in the
way.
second, finding a
So
way
why
to hit his
can't
shot
David
and get more
Benavidez
shots.
drop down to
From
160,
deep three-point range,
fight Jaime
long
Munguia,
range.
and become
This guy
Demetrius
really make you play
Andrade's
if you leave
mandatory?
him
How about
enough
that?
room outside.
And it's
Oh,
Detroit's
no,
ball.
man, he
Trailing
can't
by
make the way
13.
he is. Come on, man. You want to go down to 160? Man, look, come on, man. David Benavidez is at 168, man. He's trying to fight Canelo Alvarez at 160,
Right
man.
around,
He's the best
3
fight.
minutes left in the
You
fourth.
want the best fight the best, don't you, BFTB? Okay, cool. Let's stop mentioning Charlo. Stop mentioning Charlo. This is a very easy conversation.
Here's
This
Baddest
man
one.
gets a blatant pass. But when it comes to Tank Davis,
For three.
oh, he needs to fight Devin Haney.
Williams can't get it to go.
Devin Haney
You know
at
what, even if they
135.
are only
Shakur
so-so
Stevenson
from
at
deep,
130.
You can't leave
Josh
players open
Taylor
like
at
that
140.
from the arc.
And Keith Thurman at 47.
Lopez against Stucky.
But David Benavidez don't got to fight nobody at 160.
Holding on to the orange right now.
Except for
During
Jamal
the
Charlo.
first
That's
half,
it.
He had just one miscue.
He don't got to fight nobody
It takes a
68.
bad
Oh,
bounce
well,
and
Caleb
goes
Plant
out of
already
bounds.
lost him. Nobody want to see that. He don't got to go up and fight Arthur Better BF.
Here's
He don't got to
Stucky.
do that at 75. None of that. He gets a
Now
pass
timeout
for all of
called
this.
by Detroit.
But Tank has to fight
They're
Shakur
down
at 30,
by 13.
Devin at fucking 35,
2:22
Josh
left in
Taylor
the
at
game.
40, and Keith Thurman at 47. Make it make sense. This man gets a blatant pass. But Tank Davis is overweight.
Thanks, Kevin. John Kuster had some words for his
Pathetic.
team over that break.
The sport of boxing,
He
it
was
shows
clearly
you
fuming.
the
He
hypocrisy
told them,
over
"You
and
guys
over
look
and
like
over
you're
again.
sleepwalking out there." He said, "I don't know if you
BFTB.
rolled out of the wrong
Shout out to
side
the
of
mighty,
bed this morning or
mighty
what, but we've got to step up
LPPC.
and wake up,
And I'm out.
guys."
The runner. Prince's shot is good.
Shout out to that pretty motherfucker,
And here are the Nets.
Keith Mo Brody.
They've led by as many as 14
And just
points.
because you're in the building.
Here's Baddest one.
Use a beam.
Kept alive. Continued shot. Lopez, no luck.
Don't you ever get tired of acting like a beam.
And Norris Burke has update for us on Devin Harris.
You ain't shit.
Trainer of the Nets was able to update me on the situation. Unfortunately, he's saying that he looks to have sustained a level 2 or 3
Yo,
ankle
so-
sprain. If he were
so,
to miss time at such an early juncture in the
let me
season,
address
it would
something
be
right
a
quick.
huge blow to this team
So,
and could really make things tough out of the gates,
I was on
guys.
Trill today, right?
Thank you,
And I
Doris.
was
And
watching
Clark, not what anyone in
Black
that
was talking
organization
about.
wanted to hear.
He was
Exactly,
saying,
Kevin. I mean, it's gonna cause some
Telefemale
adjustments
Lopez,
to their
is
rotation. There's no question
T-Ho
about
going to be
that.
the same again?
Prince's shot is
Jamaican
good.
challenge with
When
Guam.
he gets it going like
He
this,
said
you got to double
that was
team
his
him.
question.
That's your only
Is
hope.
T-Ho going to be
Here's
the same
Baddest
again?
one.
Bro, I want to talk
guarded
to my
by
OG
Stucky.
real bad, bro. That's T-Ho. Ain't
Here's
nothing, that
Baddest
was him.
one. He's guarded
That's
by
how he
Stucky.
fights.
Deflects the pass. Here's Baddest
Ain't no
one.
nothing different.
Scooped
So
up.
I'm sitting here
And
like,
2
OG,
free throws coming
like,
up as the
you
whistle
said he's
blows.
gonna
He
be the
barely
same.
missed that one.
Well, what was different?
He's made an effort to
That's
get into
T-Ho.
the defense a lot
That's how
more
that
by
bitch nigga
aggressive.
fights for. He's always fought that. There is nothing. There ain't gonna be no different. That's T-Ho. He a bitch ass nigga. He been there. He's soft as baby shit. He been that. His daddy's a crackhead. Been that.
And so it's New
Ain't nothing
Jersey
different, bro.
easily
He been
grabbing
there.
this one. Not much to
Been
be
there.
critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean,
So
they
in his
showed
next
up not
fight,
just to
his
play,
punk-ass
they
daddy
showed
talked
up
about,
to give great
yeah,
effort
we're gonna-
and to
you know,
win,
we're
and
gonna
they
go-
did both.
We're going to have our
Well,
next
that'll
two
do it
fights
for us.
next
For
year.
Clark Kellogg and
We're gonna
Doris
have two
Burke, Kevin
pay-per-views.
Harlan saying so
Two
long. As we end the
pay-per-views.
game, we bring you our Jordan Brand player of the game.
Hold on a second, bro. The nigga said he's gonna have 2 pay-per-views next year. Bitch nigga against who? 2 pay-per-views? Who the fuck you fighting on pay-per-view? Josh Taylor? Josh Taylor said he ain't fighting you. He said you's a bitch. He got bigger fish to fry. He's going to 47. Fuck is you talking about? Who are you fighting on pay-per-view? Josh Taylor don't fight on payper-view.
After tonight's game,
Nigga, you fought Lomachenko. You didn't fight Lomo on pay-per-view. That was free TV.
For you stepping onto the court for the first time?
You just fought on free TV. That wasn't pay-per-view either. The fuck is you talking about? But
Nah,
gonna
not
have
really.
2 pay-per-views
I'm used to this kind of
next year?
thing. I've been playing in big games and in front of big crowds for a long time. I just try to treat this like any other game. I'm no bigger than any of the other guys here, so I didn't want to, make this more special than it should be. I'm more interested in getting out there and winning games.
This nigga's on drugs, bro. Yo, this nigga's on drugs, for real, for real. This nigga's on drugs, bro. This nigga's out this motherfucker like,
You'll quickly
yo,
find out in the
what we're gonna-
press
what we're gonna
conferences
do is we're gonna
that the
have
reporters are constantly
2
trying to
pay-per-view
get you to
fights
give them a
next
soundbite,
year
something that'll
against
be
who?
newsworthy. Be careful what you're saying there.
Cocaine's a
as
hell
it
of a
will have
drug.
repercussions on the court. Slip up and say something negative about the fans, and they'll be booing you off the court. Criticize your
And
teammates,
hi again,
and you'll
everyone.
find they are
It's
starting
bro,
to
I'm
accuse
sitting
you
here
of
like,
for
who
the
is this
NBA.
nigga fighting
Kevin
the
Harlan
press
and
conference
Jordan
on
Kellogg
pay-per-view
is
as much of the
2K
game
Sports
as the
brings you
encore
all the
action.
Who are you
But you'll
fighting?
soon find that out.
Sacramento is working their way through a road trip
I'm-
going into
who the
today's
fuck are you
game.
fighting,
Maybe
bro?
not the start to the season they might have hoped for. Nonetheless, with plenty of games left, they've got time to work the kinks out. Baddest one gets the nod, and this is the
On
first
pay-per-view?
time hearing his name called in the starting lineup.
And you know,
Yo,
for a
that
guy
nigga's on
drafted
crack.
in the second round,
The
Kevin,
nigga's
to
on
become
drugs.
a starter, that's impressive. I
The
mean, that's
nigga
no
is
small
on
accomplishment
drugs.
Now
Yo,
Sacramento
real
starting
shit.
5.
That nigga's on
Hespe and
drugs.
Landry at the forward slots.
That
Tyreek
nigga's out
Evans
here
there with
mixing
Udrich
Molly
and
and
Dallenberg.
cocaine.
The Kings got surprisingly good
Trying to be in
production
with
from
the
their
in-crowd.
backcourt last season, Clark.
Yeah, Tyreek Evans,
Listen
Kevin,
up.
showed he was
I'm gonna
ready to
pop, lock,
play
and
as a
drop it.
rookie and
That's what
play
I'm
at a
gonna I'm gonna
high
pop,
level.
lock, I'm gonna pop,
Dino
lock,
Udrich
and drop
had a
it
career season.
while I'm sipping this
showing
Molly.
he
I'm
just
sipping
might
scissor,
be
I'm
worth
snorting
that
cocaine.
mid-level contract they gave him.
Yo, what
Find
is
out
this
what
nigga
Doris
talking
Burke
about?
has for us.
What is you
Well,
talking about,
Kevin,
dude?
Avery Johnson gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. The thing to be aware of, he said, is that they're facing a team stocked with excellent shot blockers. So he's hoping to be able to open
Hold
things
on a
up
second,
on the
bro.
inside
Nah,
by
I'ma
having some
get this.
early
I'm
success shooting
gonna
the
put this
basketball.
up.
Let's watch.
I'm gonna put this up.
Thanks,
but I'm gonna
Doris.
have to.
Clark, so much for advanced scouting.
Sometimes that's a false prophecy,
Oh,
though, and you have to adjust to what the other team is coming out and running.
And for the Kings, the impressive play of Tyreek Evans and Udrich made them feel comfortable, I think, trading away their shooting star,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to-
Kevin
I'm gonna
Martin,
have to-
to the Rockets. Remember that midway of the season trade?
I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
I'm gonna have to put
You
this.
got to give
I'm gonna
to
have to
get.
get this as one of my
And
memes.
the Kings feel pretty confident about what they've got in the backcourt now. And Martin missed some time with the fractured wrist, and when he came back, things weren't gelling quite as well, so that made him expendable.
Carl Landry taken with the first pick of the second round of the 2007 draft. He can really score, Clark.
Yeah, and Kevin, he was a strong
And
sixth
this
man
nigga's
of
talking
the year
about
candidate last
pay-per-view.
season before he was traded to the
Pay-per-view.
Kings and became
Nigga,
a
you
starter.
couldn't sell out your mother's
Here's Udrich,
bedroom, nigga.
and
What
Sacramento
are you
comes up
talking
with
about pay-per-view?
on the breakaway.
What are you
and the
talking
jam
about?
by Carl Landry.
Plays like
Pay-per-view.
that are what makes this league so great. He's a special player.
I don't
Bro,
care
you
if
want
you're
me- you want
a
me to
fan
see
of
you?
another team.
Bro, I will
you have
pay
to admire
for
someone,
TFU's
Clark,
next
who
fight.
can make those types of
On a
plays.
few conditions.
That was definitely
Your
worth
opponent,
a second look
if your
with a
opponent is
great
Deontay Wilder, I'll
spike
pay
slam
$200
jam.
for that fight.
Here's baddest one. The Kings getting the
Teofimo
bucket.
Lopez
Landry
versus
already
Deontay
a great
Wilder, I'll
scorer.
pay
He said
$200
he
to
worked
watch
on
that.
his defense during the offseason.
And that's what
That
you
is
like
my
to hear
number
from a
one
young
fight I
player
want to see.
looking to improve.
This
Worked
is
on
my
his
number
footwork
one
so
fight.
he could stay in front
Teofimo
of big
Lopez.
guys better.
Teofimo
And even
versus
guard some of the
Deontay
bigger
Wilder.
small
Number one.
forwards in the league.
And here are the Nets now.
That's my number one
Following
fight.
the shot by Evans.
My number
Here's
two
baddest
fight
one.
that I will
It
pay
falls short.
is Teofimo versus Artur Beterbiev. All right, Teofimo Lopez
Udrich.
versus Artur Beterbiev. Y'all both fight on top rank. Should be no problem.
Deflects the pass.
Should be no problem.
Jacks up
That
a
should be an
three.
easy fight to make.
No
All right,
good from
Teofimo
Cassidy.
Lopez versus
King
Archer
Zombie
Beterbiev.
coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
I'll
I
pay
think they're disappointed
$100
with how they played. They should
I'll
have
pay
been able to
$200
give
to watch this
themselves a
man fight
much
Deontay
better
Wilder.
chance to
I'll
win
pay
had they
$100
played to their
to watch
normal
this man
level.
fight Archer
Here's
Beterbiev.
Udrich. The dump off.
I'll pay
With
$50
the fadeaway.
to watch
Evans can't
Teofimo
get that one
Lopez
to fall.
fight Canelo Alvarez. I'll pay $50.
Here's
All
Baddest
right, I'll
one.
pay $50.
He's guarded by
I'll
Udrich.
pay $50. There's 3 pay-per-view fights
Here's
for you right
Baddest
there.
one. 20 points for him last
Let
game
me give you
against
a fourth.
Detroit.
He's had some problems
I'll pay
finding the range here in this quarter.
$100 cash to watch Teofimo Lopez fight Errol Spence and Errol
And
Spence's
Sacramento
comeback
turns
fight.
it over. They're getting their
$100
first look of the
cash.
season at the Nets in this one.
They traded
I'll
wins
buy that
last
fight
season,
today.
but nobody was paying too much attention when that
Teofimo
was
Lopez
happening.
versus
The
Errol
game's still
Spence.
tied. A
I'll
couple
buy
of
that
missed
fight
shots
today.
on both sides.
Those are the only ones I'm buying.
And that
Teofimo
misses.
Lopez
That would have
versus
put him up.
Deontay Wilder, I'll pay $200.
Last game with 30
Teofimo
points.
Lopez versus Archer Beterbiev,
Evans
I'll
kicks
pay
to
$100. Teofimo Lopez versus Canelo Alvarez, I'll pay $50. And Teofimo Lopez versus Errol
Williams
Spence,
picks him up.
I'll pay $100.
Here's Udrich.
Bro, Teofimo Lopez
4 on the shot
versus
clock.
Tyson Fury is on free
Again,
TV.
the miss by the Kings. A win here and there was the exception
My
for
bad,
both
Big
these
C.
teams.
But Kevin, a little
Teofimo
more
Lopez
victory
versus
here and
Bud.
there. But you need more than
$69.99.
that to put yourself in playoff.
There should be no
The
problem.
Kings with a chance to retake the lead.
There is no problem with Teofimo Lopez
It's blocked.
because again, this bitch ass nigga said, "Oh, I talking through his fucked up teeth. I made Bud and Porter. I made that. I made Bud versus Porter. I
Here's
made that.
Caspi.
I
He had a
made
12-point
that.
outing in their last game against Minnesota.
I made Bud versus. Fine. If you made Bud
Evans
versus
outside.
Porter, if
Down
that's
to
what you
5 on the
did,
shot clock.
then
Hit
there
his
should
leg.
be no problem.
And they're
The
saying he
pay-per-view
kicked the
numbers
ball.
should
And
be
the Nets making a change
astronomical.
here.
And Terrence Crawford versus
And the
Tell us
Kings
the
making
yellow.
a change here.
what's the problem? Terrence Crawford is his own boss. There should be no beef. Should be no problem.
Here's Evans. He's got 6.
Terrence Crawford versus Teofimo Lopez at 147. Pussy, you said you can't make the weight. You're struggling to make the weight. I'm killing yourself to make the weight. So which one will be
Here's
easier?
Garcia.
Let's keep
He's
it a buck
guarded by
then.
Williams.
Which fight is easier to
To
make?
end the drought. And a foul on the shot.
140
He'll go
or
to the strike for 2.
147?
Chance to see last season's
Hey,
Rookie of the
Jeff,
Year
what's
here
poppin',
right
bro?
now. And Tyreek Evans out of
You let
Memphis,
me
the
know
4th
which fight
overall
which
pick
is
in the
easier. Didn't Kell Brook
2009
do?
draft.
Boy, he had a terrific year, Kevin, and with Blake ripping out, Evans was the next player who you said, this guy is physically ready to play in the NBA. 6'6", 220. He's got a big boy body, no doubt.
Brooke Lopez is checked in for
I
Derek
can go to
Favors.
160 to fight
And
the
first
Golovkin
time
because
out of the
I
game
can
called for
stay.
New Jersey. They put up a
Bet.
nice win against Detroit the
A
last time
fucking
out.
tell a
Oh, I
female
love how they
Lopez.
attacked the
T-Ho.
defense. That was
Eat you a
impressive.
couple of snakes,
They
a
were able
steak
to get
you bitch ass
inside,
nigga, and go
draw
fight Terrence
fouls,
Crawford.
get to the line, and then they
Do that
made
nigga,
the
right?
important free
So go
throws.
fight Bud. Go fight Bud. What's the
Hit the
problem?
floater, and there's the
What's the
bucket,
problem?
good for 2. 6 points
What's the
for
problem,
him.
bro?
Clark, when you take a look at
Put it
Tyreek
on
Evans,
pay-per-view.
what stands
Fight
out
Terrence
as
Crawford
his
on
best
pay-per-view.
attributes?
What's the
I
problem?
like his physical size and strength, Kevin, and he's an amazingly deceptive ball
I hope
handler
nobody
for his
forgot.
size. I mean, he's got a
Teofimo Lopez
That's exactly the
was
way you practice it. Hit the open man
riding
for the great look.
with Kell Brook
And here are the Nets now.
to beat Terrence Crawford. Teofimo Lopez
Here's
was on
Baddest
FaceTime
one.
and
Answers right back with the dunk of his own.
He's just too
trying
quick
to
for his
give
man. Left him in the
Kell
rearview
Brook
mirror and
some
knocked it
inside
down.
The
information.
Kings trailing.
These are facts now.
Here's Evans.
To all the fucking T-Ho dick
Hits the
riders
left of the
that
rim
claim
against the
that you're
friendly
Bud fans.
bounce. Evans
I
has
know y'all
got
don't know
12
this,
in the game.
but I'm letting you know.
And here are the
Teofimo
Nets.
Lopez was the one pressing for Kell Brook to beat Bud.
Here's
Teofimo Lopez
Baddest one.
was the one.
He's got 8.
All y'all niggas talking about, oh man, this
Al
guy's
Murphy.
he's a
He
hater.
dumps it off.
Oh, you're a hater. You just hate Bud. You just hate Bud. Okay, well,
Here's the
have the
double team
same
for
energy
Rice.
for T-Ho.
Takes a 3. James with
Because
the
T-Ho
bucket.
was the one out here pressing
James
for
has
Kell
got his
Brook to
second
beat
bucket of the
Terrence
night.
Crawford.
The defense
T-Ho.
made the mistake of playing off him,
Facts.
and he drained it from deep.
T.O. was the
Just
one.
2 seconds
listen,
between
man.
shot
Listen,
clock and game clock.
Listen, man, I
Evans
got
kicks to
Kell Brook.
Garcia.
I got Kell Brook because, listen, man.
Kept alive.
I'm the best fighter in the world.
Here is Caspi. Intercepted.
I beat
The team
Lomachenko, so I'm
doesn't
the
need
best
that
fighter in the
mistake.
world.
You
And I'm
gotta
telling
be
y'all right now, Kell Brook ain't gonna shock the world, man. I
Watch
got Kell
out for
Brook.
low, run for cover,
I'm the
young
best fighter in
fella.
the world. This nigga, T-Ho,
Good
thinks that he's
execution on the break
Floyd
leads to
Mayweather.
the nice bucket.
After Floyd
Here's
Mayweather done beat everybody.
12 points for him. Takes it up.
T-Ho thinks he's
Lobs
Floyd
it
Mayweather,
out.
bro.
Williams. Shot is
Real
off.
shit, bro. The nigga
First
said,
quarter over, and big numbers up on the board.
you know what?
It's the Nets. They lead by
I'm not gonna
5.
go.
Well, they've been
I'm
the
not gonna take
beneficiary
away
of
from
quite a
Devin.
few
I'm talking about
turnovers.
Devin. I'm gonna talk
They've
about
made
Devin.
fewer mistakes, and that's why
Y'all
they're
gonna see me
ahead.
talk about
And
T-Ho
we'll return
all
momentarily.
by himself. Let me go ahead and get this right now. T-Ho.
A closely contested
Let me
game
get
here at
that
the
right
start of the
all by
second
himself.
quarter.
Yeah. As soon as I get off this shit, I'm gonna start working on that motherfucker. T-Ho P foul. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not gonna talk about it no more. Anyway, let me get back to this shit. Now I want you to look at this
Here's
shit.
baddest one. It's a 5-point game. On the
WBC
court right
lays
now
out
for the
its
Kings.
current mandatory situation
Caspi
for
and
all
Landry
champions.
at the forward slots. Here with Garcia
Not gonna go
and
into it
Whiteside.
all the way.
And it was
I'm
still
just gonna talk
over
about
the rim.
one thing
Offensive
for
basket
Gary Russell.
interference.
One thing. Because I want you to
Here's
see this
Evans.
shit.
The Nets this season moved to the beautiful Prudential Center here in
Now,
downtown
now,
Newark.
read
Yeah,
this
what
now.
a
Let's read this
building,
now.
and they'll play here for a couple of
Back
years
in
until their
January,
new
WBC
arena
named Ray
in
Vargas the
Brooklyn is
mandatory to
built,
Gary Russell.
part of a larger development involving
Nothing
retail
ever came
and
of that.
apartments now. Can
The
they put
fuck
the
you
wins
mean
behind
nothing never
that?
came of it?
Here's Whiteside. Good D by Lopez.
Well, the
What are you
defense
talking
put
about?
pressure on him, and frankly, he'll miss some
The
of
fuck
those
you mean
even when
nothing
he's
never
wide
came of
open.
it? This bitch ass nigga
Baddest
fought
one,
on
backs
cinnamon
in.
clitoris undercard. Fuck you mean nothing never came of it? So you made a nigga the mandatory, and then you allowed him to fight somebody else on Canelo's undercard.
Just 4 to shoot.
The fuck you mean? Nothing never came of it.
From deep. No good.
So let me guess,
And
is that
it's
Gary's
Sacramento
fault?
going the other way. They
So
can
it's
look
Gary's
forward to the
fault
Quicken
that Ray
Loans
Vargas
Arena after this
decided
game.
to fight
in a matchup
somebody
against
else on
Cleveland.
Canelo Alvarez
That'll be the
undercard.
last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
Now look at the
And
fuck
look at how he
shit.
posed
Look
on
at
the
the
rim
fuck
for a
shit.
few seconds after that one. That's never
Now
going
the
to endear
former
you to your
champion
opponents. They don't
has
like that
taken
kind of
back
stuff.
He
to
was
Mark
enjoying that
Magosa,
one so much
who
he didn't
challenges
want to
for
let
gold.
go.
Yeah, I think he's throwing
Vargas
salt in the
still
wound,
gets
though.
a shot at the winning. Are you fucking
It's
serious?
tipped.
It's hard to make a pinpoint pass from that far away.
Are you serious?
He couldn't get a hold of it.
So who's the fucking champion?
Baseline
here?
jumper blocked.
Is Gary the champion or
Nets
is Ray
leading by
Vargas the
3.
champion? So Gary Russell is fighting a fucking eliminator. The winner fights Vargas. Make it make sense.
And here's Murphy. Still looking to get on the... Oh!
And then read what they said,
Boy, he's
bro.
such a powerful
Read this
finisher,
shit.
Kevin.
Well, it's almost a sure thing when he gets in that close, Clark.
A clear path? You don't want to get in the way
Read
of this
what they
fella.
said,
No,
homie.
he's cleared for landing every time.
Look at this shit right here.
Samuel Dallenberg, who's
Look at
checked in
this.
for the Kings.
But
Woodrick
there
comes
doesn't
in
seem
Francisco
to be
Garcia.
any sort of explanation why.
Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. Kings
Bro, if
only
this
winning
ain't-
9
if-
games
bro, if
out of
this
30
ain't
against
the
the Eastern
clearest
Conference a season
form
ago.
of
You know, 9
screwing
wins
Gary
is
Russell
pretty
over.
bad, but it pales in comparison to what they did
they
the
made
year
the nigga the
before
mandatory.
when they went and awful
Then
1
allowed him to
and
fight somebody else.
29
Fuck.
against the East.
So you're the mandatory, but
Pass
you ain't got to
to
fight for
Williams.
them.
It's dumped
You're the
off.
mandatory, but you can go fight somebody else. Fuck it.
Lopez a screen.
So
Baddest
then we're
one
gonna have
backs down.
Gary Russell fight fucking Mark
And 2
Magosa.
free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that
Nagasaki,
one.
Nagasaki, Suki, whatever the fuck.
Well, we
We're
all
gonna
know
have
about
Gary
the
fight
Nets'
this
struggles
nigga,
last
and
year.
the
Only
winner
8
fights
wins
Ray
at all
Vargas.
for them during the
What
season.
kind of
Yeah, and
shit
Kevin,
is
for a
that?
while, they flirted with the NBA record for fewest wins in a season.
What the
of
fuck
9
kind of shit is that,
back
bro?
in 72-73 by the 76ers. So
Gary's not a
were
champion at all.
historically bad.
The Nets making a switch here.
Is that what we're saying?
Barrow's checked in.
So the
But with the
champion
Nets' home
has to
troubles,
fight
there is
a
truly a
fight
silver
of
lining with the
eliminator to
brand
get
new
to Ray
arena.
Vargas.
Well, that's on the horizon, but I
Gary
don't know
Russell
of any building
needs to
that
fight
gets you wins if you don't have the players that
motherfucking
can
Mayo
produce in
Gosa.
that new building. But
You
they
gotta
got
fight a
some
nigga
people
named
that
Mayo.
they can
Mayo
rely on,
Gosa, and the
particularly
winner
in Brook
gets
Lopez. He's
Ray
a
Vargas.
dominant low
Are you
post scorer.
fucking
And
serious?
Devin Harris.
Yeah, nice point guard as well.
Let's check out
You
what
can't be
Doris
serious right
Burke
now.
has for us.
This is the
Well, Avery
WBC, bro.
Johnson, the new head
This is
coach
what the
of the New
WBC
Jersey
did to
Nets.
Gary Russell.
The Nets,
The
of course, had
WBC.
the worst record in the league last season, but Johnson remains optimistic for this team's
Insanity.
future. He said, "We've got a lot of work ahead of
Fucking
us,
insanity.
but the sky's
Insanity.
the limit. We have to
Blatant
get rid of the
disrespect.
losing stench and losing
Blatant
mentality."
disrespect.
I don't think it's about
So
being
what we're
overly
gonna do
optimistic.
is we're gonna take
it's about
our
having a
champion,
positive
the
outlook.
longest reigning
Guys,
champion
we'll
in
see
boxing.
how quickly they
We're gonna
can
take
turn
our
things
champion,
around
and we're
here
gonna
in the
have
Garden
him fight
State.
in a
All
final
right, thank you,
eliminator,
Doris.
and the winner fights
And
Ray
there's the
Vargas.
intentional foul.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher.
Of
to
course,
me.
Ray
Was that
Vargas
a
is Mexican.
frustration foul, an angry foul? I guess the other team was
the
getting
Mexican
under
belt
his skin a little bit.
It's going to
Here's
have
your
the champion fight. I think Mark Mayo is
Tosses it
Mexican
up.
too, if I'm not mistaken.
Good on the jump
Both
shot.
the niggas is Mexican.
Here's baddest one. About
Absolute
8.5 minutes
fuck,
left
bro.
in the
All right.
second.
I'll speak on that later.
Leads
Let me
him
get
with
back to
the
this shit
pass.
before I wrap this shit
Stolen
up.
by
I want to get to
Evans.
this
It's a close game here in
this
New
fucking
Jersey.
T.O.P. foul, bro.
Stolen
I want to
away.
get to this shit ASAP. So I'm gonna wrap this shit up a little bit early. But anyways, let me get
Here's
to this.
baddest one. Covered by
Devin
Evans.
Haney
Got the bucket.
versus
and the foul.
Tank Davis.
Great shot.
I saw my
He'll
nigga
go to the line
Johnson.
for one more.
They don't
The
seem
only
to have
people
many
that would
answers
be
for him in
inside
this
the
game.
Tank Davis
He's doing a terrific job out
is
there.
Errol
Outstanding
Spence,
work.
Canelo
Only
Alvarez,
7
and
wins for the
Deontay Wilder.
Kings last year
That's
on the
it.
road. Not a team that traveled well.
Oh, Magosi from
Not
the
at all,
Philippines.
Kevin. And you look
Philippines,
at their
Mexico,
record,
man,
and
it's all the
it
same
kind of
shit.
baffles you. I would expect this team to be much better on the road this season.
Other.
Landry gets the bucket.
Motherfucking Tank fight that
Landry's
nigga
got
named
8
Magosi and
points.
niggas will
When
shit
he
on
gets
him.
it going
Oh man,
like
he
this,
fight,
you've
here he is
got to
fighting another
double
guy,
team.
another blah blah
That's your
blah.
only hope.
Oh, here he
Plus,
is
if you
fighting.
look at
Here,
Ben
oh, here he
Udrich
is,
last
man.
season, he was
Here he is, just
probably
here he
enjoying
is.
his best year as
This
a
is
pro.
no shade
Yeah,
to
I
my
agree with
Mexican,
you.
bro. I
And
fuck
part of
with
that,
Mexican
I
head.
think you might have to
I'm
attribute
just
to the
saying, bro.
youngster, the
It's
rookie of
up.
the year, Tyreek
It's no
Evans. I mean,
disrespect. It's up.
Udrich was able to feast on all the attention that
Well,
Evans
like,
drew,
the
and
real
that can always help
Mexicans,
a
the real
complimentary
ones
player
know that
play
they're
more
just the shit
relaxed
on his eye.
and produce at a higher level.
Other ones be like, oh
Here's
man,
baddest
you know,
one.
listen, man, Canelo don't gotta fight nobody.
And he jams it in beautifully.
Canelo don't gotta fight nobody,
Oh,
man. He don't
man,
gotta
now
do
that's
nothing.
nasty.
Canelo ain't gotta do shit. Canelo, he's undisputed
to check out
68
the
at the
Sacramento
weakest weight
Kings
class
upcoming
in
schedule.
boxing.
They'll be
He's
taking on the
undisputed. He
Los
might as well
Angeles
went to 108
And
and
that's
became
game
undisputed down
2
there.
of this string of 4
Went to
games
one of the
played
weakest
at
divisions
home.
that he can make the weight and became undisputed. And niggas out here like, oh man, this man, fuck out
Here's
here.
Udrich. About
respect him,
7.5
man.
minutes
Fuck
left in the half. So the
He
Kings
ducked
call
everybody
timeout
all
right
around you.
first.
Anyways, Devin Haney is the B-side to Tank Davis. Everybody is the B-side to Tank Davis. Everybody. If Tank Davis fights, if he moves up to fight Errol Spence, Tank Davis is the
Here's
B-side. And even that ain't clear.
And there are the Kings with another bucket.
Even that's
Great
not clear. It
execution
depends
on
on
the
how Tank
inbounds
moves
play.
up. I'm just
And they
saying.
get the
And I'm
basket.
man down.
The Nets with the lead.
It just depends on how he moves up. If Tank moves to 147 and he's been undisputed
Baddest one.
at
Backs him
fucking
down.
100 and,
Back to Lopez.
135 and 140,
Here's baddest
he
one.
beat
He's
Devin Haney
guarded
for
by Udrich.
undisputed. He went to 140 and unified
Here's
that and beat
baddest
those
one.
guys. And
And
all of them on
count that bucket
pay-per-view.
right there. He
Numbers
keeps
will
with
say
it, and now a
otherwise.
free throw shot for him.
I'm just saying.
Boy, this is fun to
We're gonna
watch.
have a
This
conversation
guy's
about the
putting on a
numbers.
show right now.
We're gonna have a
He's making
conversation.
it look
If Tank
really
Davis and
easy.
Errol Spence fight at like 47
And
or
no
54,
problem at the line here.
we're gonna
In
have
the
some
three-point play.
conversations about
Looking back, Clark,
the
the
A
Nets
side and B
last
side.
year, the one position where
Terrence
they were
Crawford is the
most
B-side to Tank Davis,
consistently
period.
outperformed was probably at power forward.
Yeah, it
That's
really
not
was,
a good
Kevin. They
conversation.
just did not get
Real
consistent
shit.
play
It's
there.
not a
They
good
had Chris
conversation.
Humphries try to
At all.
man that spot.
Terrence
He,
Crawford,
Gian
I mean,
Leon,
Tank
and
Davis
Josh
can fight
Boone, and just
Sean
never really
Porter
found
and do 300
anybody
plus
with the
thousand
comfort
pay-per-view
level
fights.
at that
He
position.
can fight Sean Porter right now. That's not even a question.
Left side, Williams.
Not even a question. The fight between Devin and Tank.
And here's Morrow outside. Kept alive. Here's baddest one. Dunked in off the nice assist that time.
I know my crush.
Took advantage of a
she's
little bit
all
of
Tank.
lax defense right there.
Tank stops everybody.
Those
He stops
chances
him.
are
I know. I
usually
got
not
it.
going to
I
go
ain't
by the
mad.
wayside.
I ain't mad at all. I know there's people in here that hate Tank
Now
Davis.
Udrich.
And oh man,
Trying to
Devin's gonna
convert
wash
him
it. Devin just
alley-oop,
washed
but
it. Devin just does
snatched
this.
away.
Devin
Well,
just does
Kevin, he
that.
hasn't had a
I
great
know,
game
I'm
in
just-
terms of taking care of the ball and limiting turnovers.
Those
I'm telling
turnovers
you that
may
it's
have an
close to a
impact in other
50-50
areas
fight.
at Clark of this game.
Yeah, I agree with you there because
Old
anytime
school.
you're
What's up,
struggling,
homie?
taking care of the ball or with turnovers,
Devin
it can
versus
sneak into your head a
Devin
little
versus
bit and
Tank
cause you to
is
struggle in
as
other
close
parts
to
of
a
your game.
50-50 fight
That's leading
as
by
you are
4.
going to get. As you are going to
Here's
get.
baddest one.
It doesn't get no
25
closer.
points in the game.
You have the
He's really one of the big
classic
reasons why they have the lead
boxer,
now. He's playing
the
an
pure
extremely
boxer
efficient
versus
game.
the
It's fun to
puncher
watch.
boxer.
Back to Landry.
That's what you have.
Jump
A
off
pure
pass.
boxer
Here's
versus
Hesby.
a puncher
Got a
boxer.
hand on it.
He's been AWOL this quarter.
We know
When
what
his
Devin's
team
gonna
is
do.
down and in need of some scoring from him. He hasn't shown up.
We know.
Here's baddest one. Another one falls for New Jersey.
He's
Bastiani
just so
says Shakur
gifted
beats Tank.
offensively. He's
No
a
man.
tough guy to match up with.
Evans.
And I love Shakur. He from
Evans
where I'm
can't
from,
get that
Jersey.
one to fall.
No man.
Just over over
footwork
5 minutes
is not
left in the
good.
second.
Upper body head
in
movement
no
is
time at all.
Upper body
He's
head
got
movement is
32.
probably the best in the
Fast
business.
break left the defense
The problem
scrambling
is
to react.
your body
They
doesn't
couldn't
move.
get to him in
Your
time.
body don't move
Now
like
a
your upper
timeout
body,
called
like
by
your up, like your
Sacramento.
head. Tank Davis will hit this man to the body, and it will be a problem. It would be a problem, you pretty motherfucker. It would be a problem. It would be a very, very bad fight. Very bad fight. I do not believe Shakur Stevenson could beat Tank Davis. And I'm not saying I'm not big on Shakur. I'm very good. I think that man is the goods. Absolute goods. Absolute. And if you don't have
teams deciding to change it up.
If you don't have the ability to get away from Tank,
here is Caspi.
You don't have that ability.
He's
going to run you
baddest one. He's in at point guard. And
he's going to run you over. If you can get away from him, if you can step away, if you can jab him, bow, stay on the back foot, move over here, make him keep coming to you, bow, keep him, make him slip and dip, and you just keep that jab, keep that stick on him, and then step the fuck up. If you can do that, you have a very good chance of beating
Miami for the next game.
Not a lot of people
can.
And
that's the third of 4
and so far, nobody. So far, nobody.
15-point
Standing in front of this man is a death sentence. It's a death sentence. It's like standing in front of Deontay Wilder. Ain't nobody gonna do that shit. Tyson Fury didn't do that shit. That motherfucker moved the fuck off. Held and all kinds of shit. You're not gonna do that. But standing in front of this man is insane. That's a very bad idea. It's a very bad idea. Shakur can fight his ass off, bro. He can fight his fucking ass off.
And here are the Kings now.
That's a very
bad idea.
They trail
by 16. Here's Caspi. Great finish in traffic.
My love says, she said, it's okay, love. Have some milk.
33 points.
Can I get some cookies with it, goddammit? I'm not drinking no milk by itself.
That's just poor defense.
As long as I can have the cookies with it.
Somebody's got to get
the milk
back
and
and
cookies.
defend the basket. Instead, they give up a rack-to-rack finish.
Devin Haney versus Tank Davis.
It's a 16-point game.
Is the fight. That is the fight.
To the win.
That is a 50-50 fight if ever there is.
When you get a hot hand like
Devin
him, it's
Haney
real
is not going to
simple.
stand
You need
to allow Tank to land body shots. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
And here are the Nets now.
Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney is a better fight than
he has 35.
Well, Kevin, he's
Shakur
the game's
Stevenson
top
and
scorer.
Tank Davis.
He's really putting on a show.
It's a better fight.
In low to Dallenberg.
And Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney are like brothers.
They get it back.
They're like brothers, bro. They grew up together. They're like brothers, like real shit.
Yeah,
They've been knowing each other their whole life.
Well.
Them niggas is straight brothers, and they will fight each other.
He has 40.
This is what happens when the defense
They are both
lags.
martyrs. They will fight each other. But they're like brothers.
Screen by
I'm listen, bro. I understand we have our affinities for whoever we have our affinities for. I love Devin.
On Brook Lopez.
And I'm saying I love
you wonder why a lot of
Deontay,
players
man.
in
I love
the NBA
PJ,
wear
man. I love
mouthpieces. Carl
Shakur,
Landry
man.
had
I
teeth
believe
knocked
these
out
dudes
on
is
3
the goods,
separate
man.
occasions
Jerry's the
over the
goods.
last 3 years.
These
Well,
guys,
being a teammate
man,
of Dikembe
and
Mutombo
shit, I had mad
certainly
love
would
for
lead
Bud,
you to put
you
a
know,
mouth
but-
guard in,
and
he
niggas
felt
done
the
kick that
elbows
shit to
of
the curb.
Mutombo, and
Terrence
part
Crawford
of the
can fight his
reason
ass
he wears that
off.
mouthpiece
These guys
today.
can fight. But I'm not a dummy either. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, man, because this man right here is the goods. He beats everybody. No, sir, I'm not going to do that. No, ma'am. Shakur Stevenson's footwork is not good enough to get away from Tank. It's just not good enough. His upper body movement is, if Tank tries to headhunt, he's going to get
some of
embarrassed.
his tooth fragments and Dirk Nowitzki's
If he tries to headhunt, he's getting embarrassed.
Nowitzki had to miss a game because of that.
For real. He's
Landry
getting
wears
embarrassed.
a big football mouthpiece now after
But he's
having
smart
his
enough
teeth
to not
knocked
do it.
out more than once.
It is a true
He's smart enough to
contact
know
sport,
this
game of
man's
basketball.
body is right in front of him. I'm
What
going to break
about
his
Tyreek?
fucking
He
ribs.
started wearing a heavy mouthpiece after an accidental elbow.
I'm gonna
he got
break
to
his ribs,
earlier
bro.
in the season.
Yeah, he and teammate Carl Landry both wear them now. That's one
It is
way to
Shakur
make that a part
it's
of your
Devin
official
Haney.
uniform to get hit in
That's
the
it.
mouth. I mean, Landry took that elbow from
It's
Nowitzki
Devin
that knocked
Haney.
out 5 of his teeth
Devin Haney
and left
is the
some of his
one
teeth
that
embedded
will
in
jab this
Nowitzki's
man
elbow.
and get the fuck away. Devin Haney is the one that when you get close, he will
Here's
grab you.
baddest one. He has
He will
40.
grab you.
Shots
He will
good.
hold you.
He's doing it
I'm
all
going to
for them
hold
right
both your
now on
hands.
the
I'm not going to let
offensive
you
side.
push.
No matter what the defense
Go ahead. You
has
can be
done,
frustrated at
they
home. You
haven't
get
been
frustrated. I
able
don't
to
give a
find an
fuck.
answer to stop
Devin
him.
don't give a
And he's
fuck.
had an
You
answer
get
for every
frustrated.
defense
He's not
he's
getting
seen.
frustrated. He's holding you. You're the one trying to pull your hands out
Yeah,
because you want to throw shots. That's
19
your
points in
problem.
the game.
Now you're mad. Now you don't want him to throw. Now all of a sudden he's trying to hold you, trying to do extra shit.
Now
Okay, well
Casp-
that extra shit is
4
opening
on
you
the
up for
clock.
extra shit.
Thompson with the bucket.
You've
Just
got
saying.
to close out on that mid-range
The
jump
extra
shot.
shit that you do,
So
so
it's
you
New
don't
Jersey
get
now.
held, is opening you
17-point
up
game.
for extra shit. That's all I'm saying. That's why I'm telling you, Devin versus Tank
Baddest
is the
one
50-50.
backs down. Shoots from 12.
If Devin
Thompson
goes in
with
there
the
thinking
rebound.
that he's going to try to
His
knock
Kings
Tank
squad
out,
is
Devin's
struggling.
getting knocked out.
Trailing by 17.
And I love Devin.
No good from Caspi.
And I will
wasn't
tell
enough
Devin
defensive
today,
pressure to affect
if
him
you
that
go in
close to
there
the rim.
trying to
I think
show
he
your
just flat out missed
machismo,
it.
that is
From
the
the
dumbest
stripe,
shit in the
jump
world.
shot is
You
good
are a
that time.
masterclass boxer.
He's got 44.
That is the stupid nigga.
Here's
You're on a
Evans.
suicide mission.
Under 9
So you're gonna
minutes
go in there
left
and just think
the
you're just gonna
third. Now a
you're just gonna
timeout
go in there and
called
just
by
bang
Sacramento.
with
Now let's check in with
Tank?
the third member of our crew.
Okay,
Forrest
I'm calling you daddy,
Doris.
dog.
Yes,
I'm calling you
Kevin,
daddy.
Damian
I'm telling you
James,
daddy, bro.
a
I don't
tough
agree.
6'7" forward out of the University
Dead
of
ass.
Texas.
I do not agree with
He
that.
averaged 18
There is no reason
points
to
and
bang with
10
this man.
boards
None.
for the
You are a
Longhorns, but
master
slipped
class
to the
boxer.
24th pick in
Master
this year's
class.
draft. James said,
Tank Davis
things happen for a
versus
reason.
Devin Haney
I'm just happy to be in a situation
pretty
where I
boy
can help a team win.
versus
At
money.
the end of the day, I ended up in a great place.
It is
And
as
guys,
close
James
to
is a
pretty boy
seasoned
versus
college
money
player.
man
He
as
should be
you're
able
gonna
to
get.
help the New Jersey Nets out.
Yeah, good situation
That's
for
what this
him. Thanks, Doris.
Devin Haney is money Mayweather. Tank Davis is pretty. It is. We always say, "Oh man, who would win
Some
between
changes
these
for New
two?
Jersey.
Pretty boy, money Mayweather."
James
Who
is
would win?
checked in.
Well,
And
you have the
Ross
opportunity.
subbed in for Anthony Morris.
You have the opportunity.
And then for Sacramento.
There it is, right
Green
there.
comes in for Jason Thompson.
You have
And
money
Udrich
made
in for Casper.
and pretty boy. There you go.
Here's Udrich.
There you go.
Evans, right side.
If this
Here's
nigga
Udrich.
goes in there trying to fucking act, nigga, you, bro.
Landry with
listen,
the
bro.
screen.
Dev, I think you're a masterclass boxer. I think you got it all. You got everything. And these dudes is ducking you for a reason.
And the first one
Right?
drops.
Don't make me to be a liar by going in there with Tank Davis and just planting your feet and trying to go blow for blow because the crowd is yelling.
That one falls.
Because
so it's
I
both
think
of them.
you are a masterclass boxer. I think your ring IQ is
So it's New Jersey
fucking
now.
on 99.
Well, for
If
New
we're in
Jersey,
Madden,
the
if
lowest
we're on Madden,
attendance in the
your
league
ring
last
IQ is
year.
99.
Clark, just over 13,000 a game.
Well, for the fans,
Don't
it's
make
just
me out to
really
be a liar.
hard to
Your
sit and
motherfucking
watch
ring
your
IQ
team
is
lose
on
and
like
not get a
45
sense of
and
them
shit.
having a game plan.
You just go out
for
there with
getting
Tank
better.
Davis
Just 8
and just stay in the
home
middle of the
wins
ring
in
and plant your
41
feet.
games. That's hard to stomach.
Okay, Dev, if you
He's
do
got
that, King, you
6.
get knocked out. You're getting knocked out. Don't,
Here's
hey,
Udrich.
listen, bro, I'm still riding with you, bro. I'm riding.
alive.
You ain't ain't going nowhere. I
And
fuck with
good
Devin
as the
heavy.
rebound
That's
pays
my
off
nigga,
there.
for real. I
You
fuck
have
with
to
Dev
block this
heavy.
guy out,
If
Kevin.
if
He's
Devin
just too
stands
active
there
on the
in
boards
the
to
middle
be
of the ring
left
with
alone.
Tank Davis is getting knocked out. That is the dumbest shit in the world. I'm
Now
telling you
here's
right
James.
now, I do
He's
not
got 6.
I do not approve.
Here's Battis
I
one.
don't approve. All right? I do not approve, my nigga.
Releases
I'm not
from
broke.
15.
No, no,
Hits
hell
the
no.
bucket. And the Nets lead by 18.
No man.
He's really doing a nice
No
job
man.
leading his team and
No
setting
man.
a terrific pace
No
this
man.
quarter. He's been
That
absolutely
is the
dominant.
dumbest shit in
Myers
the
from
motherfucking
14.
world.
Nice shot
Tank
by
Davis,
Dallenberg.
Bro, are you man, are you fucking...
He's got 6.
No, bro.
And here are the Nets now. 16-point lead.
The idea now is to try
No
to wear
man.
them down with full court man-to-man
I
defense.
do not approve that message. You are a master class boxer.
Here's Battis
Master
one.
class.
He's guarded by Udrich.
There is no reason
Here's Battis
for you to
one.
give up
It's blocked.
everything that you do great just because the crowd
And here
says
now
so.
the Kings.
Crowd yelling,
It's a
oh, stop
16-point
holding,
game.
Dev. Fuck you, nigga. You get in here and fight this nigga. Fuck you talking about? Stop holding, man. Go blow for blow.
Evans in
You
zone.
come in here and go blow for blow.
And finish up with a
How about
nice
that?
layup.
You get in the ring and
Evans
you
has
go
got
blow for blow
21
with
in the
Tank
game.
Davis. I'll tell a
And here are
nigga
the Nets now.
like Anthony Joshua told his fans, you go fight Wilder.
Tipped.
Kevin, you know, they're still doing a pretty good job of limiting their giveaways
Wilder.
right now.
You fight Wilder. Fuck is
Here's
wrong with you
Udrich.
niggas, dog?
He has 6.
Stay in there and go blow for blow. All right. Yeah.
Pass to Landry.
See how that shit works out for you. Go blow for blow with Tank Davis. See how that shit works out.
Cannot hit. And
Anybody.
it's New Jersey
go
the
blow
other
for blow.
way.
See how it works out.
About 6.5
If your
minutes
name ain't
left in the
Deontay
third
Wilder,
quarter.
nigga, you go blow for blow with
Can't
Tank
get it to
Davis.
go.
Let's see
And
how it
it's
works out.
Sacramento going the other way.
See how it works out, bro. My money is with Tank.
Now
Let's see how it
Udrich.
works out. Let's just see.
And here's Green outside.
And Devin ain't
Scooped up.
fucking stupid.
Landry. Lopez
He's not a
covering.
moron.
Now
He's dumb.
James.
He's not gonna
They
sit there and
lead
be
by
like,
14.
listen, the crowd wants, the crowd
Here's
wants, a
Battis
war.
one. And
So
again,
I'm
it's the
gonna go
Nets
to war.
missing.
I'm gonna
And
go
here
to
now the
war.
Kings.
I'm gonna go to war
They
with,
trail
with,
by
with
14.
Tank Davis, with Gervonta. I'm gonna stand right here and go to war. I'm gonna plant my feet and go to war.
From deep green.
He ain't fucking
it's good.
stupid.
This time the assist
That
from
nigga ain't
Goudreau.
dumb. Fuck is wrong with you niggas?
He has 5.
That nigga gonna be
For a
like,
player of his
bro,
skill,
he
it's
can
going to
punch.
take a lot better defense than
There's
that.
no one on earth
Here's
that don't know
Bannis
this man
one.
can punch. Why the fuck am I gonna
And
stand here and
nothing
take
is
that shit?
falling for him right now.
Fuck is wrong with you dudes? I'm
And here
jabbing.
are the Kings now.
I'm gonna jab. I'm stepping the fuck away. I'm jabbing. If this
Here's
nigga
his-
jumps in, I'm jumping at him too.
He
Fuck
cut
it.
the lead to single
Nigga, we both
digits.
jump.
The defense couldn't close out on the mid-range.
If you
J.
jump in,
The
I'm jumping at
shooter
you.
made him
I'm
pay.
gonna grab you in midair, nigga. Fuck is wrong with you?
Here's
Nigga,
Bannis
we
one.
both
He's
jump.
guarded by Goudreau.
You jump, I'm
Favors.
jumping.
Oh, might have had a
We'll
three-point
both be in the
play,
air,
but he couldn't
and we can
power
grab.
it
I'm
down.
gonna grab
He'll
your
shoot
ass
two.
in midair.
Jared
We'll both
Favors
land
Clark,
together
just a
on
big
submission
body out of
posture.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, you know, he's only 6'10", but he's got...
You getting held. That's you're getting held. Fuck is wrong with you? Niggas like, oh man, stop holding. Give the fans a good fight. Stop holding. Stop holding and give the fans a good fight and stop holding and just
so
go
it's
blow
New
for blow.
Jersey easily grabbing
Nigga,
this
what?
one. Not much to be critical of with this win,
Nigga,
Clark.
what?
Not at all.
All
I
right,
mean, they showed
this
up
the show
not
we can
just to
do.
play. They
We
showed
can do
up
this
to
show.
give great effort and to win.
Round
and they
one,
did both.
I'm gonna box.
Well, that'll do it for us. For Clark Kellogg and Doris
When they
Burke,
ring
Kevin
the
Harlan
bell,
saying so
you
long.
jump in
As
the
we
ring,
end the game, we
and
bring
you
our
go
Jordan
blow for blow
Brand
with Tank.
player of the game.
And after that's over with, round 2, I will go back and then I'll get back to boxing. Devin is a master class boxer. Master boxer. There is no reason to not use all the tools in his toolbox on the most destructive puncher from that is not heavyweight. The most destructive puncher that is not heavyweight. The most destructive puncher in all of boxing that is not in heavyweight. Why the fuck would he go blow for blow? That's the dumbest shit in the world. My nigga Knockout, what's up, King? That's the dumbest shit in the
It
world.
seemed like you guys could do no wrong out there tonight. What's it feel like to come off such a great all-around team performance?
That's the stupidest nigga on earth that's going to go.
You know,
blow for
I'm
blow.
used to games like this.
Devin
I've
is a
been winning
master
big all my
boxer.
life.
Master
But I think it was
boxer.
good for my
There was
teammates
no
to
reason for him
experience
to go
it
blow for
too.
blow. None.
Once you get a taste
He
of
has
straight
all the tools to
dominance
beat
like
everybody.
this, you never want to go back.
Why
Let's
not
hope
you?
this win goes a long way
That
towards
fight
developing
is a
that champion's
fucking
instinct
war.
we need to take this team
And it's
to
a
the
war
top.
of attrition, not a war of blow for blow. It's a war of attrition. Can Devin outthink Tank? Can Tank outthink Devin? Because it's a thinking man's game. That's a thinking man's fight. Tank has got to think on how he can get inside.